Today's proceedings at the
morning,
Presidential
good
Election Petition
afternoon.
Tribunal started with the tendering of more evidence by P2B's legal team. Among the documents are IREF copies of Benue State, Bayelsa, and others. You can see the legal representatives of all parties on the screen, and like many are wondering what's the next move for the Labour Party after their application to interrogate the INEC chairman Mahmoud Yakubu was denied in
How are you
court.
doing
Although we made a video about
today?
it, but it's very interesting that Atiku's legal team actually...
I know you've been wanting to watch that video. We're going to get to it. I say good morning, good afternoon to every one of you out there that is watching me. I'm still your man, Mr. Opinion. Today is another day. We have a nice, good video to watch from a Labour Party. We have someone that always put those videos together for us, and it's very interesting. Please, you can follow the guy on YouTube, subscribe to his YouTube channel so that you can get the update from him too. His name is Ned Media. He's on YouTube. He's doing a good, fantastic job. So, being said that, I want to say thank you to every one of you that was with me yesterday on the program. I really, really appreciate it. And for every one of you that sent me a message, I appreciate your message. It is very, 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 very interesting. And I thank you all. And for those of you that share my program, do both on YouTube and Facebook, thank you so much. Like I always said on this program, we don't do this program just because we want to make money or we were looking for traffic. We are doing this program because of the passion that we have for our own nation. Even though everybody always asks me, why did I always call the Nigerian a Nigerian LLC? Because, in my opinion, that is what I believe. Because I don't believe the Nigerian is a nation. I believe in Nigerian is just a company that was owned by some group of people. So, but that's not the point for today. So I just want to thank every one of you that have been watching me, wherever you've been watching me from. Thank you so much for watching my program, sharing it, liking it. For those of you that send me a message, thank you. Please, 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 regardless of your opinion, please, when you watch this program, please comment, share your own opinion about what is going on in the nation. Okay, so that is how we can talk about it, and then we can deliberate about a different opinion. We're not gonna, every one of us not gonna have the same opinion. So that is the good thing about the democracy. So let's hear your own opinion. Let me share my own opinion. Let every one of us, look into it. We might learn something different. I might learn something different from you. For those of you that send me a message, I learn a lot of things from you guys. So that's a good thing about it. So I thank you all for today's program. For those of you that want to call to the program, you have number there +1 817 677 8210 only on WhatsApp. You can send me a message on Facebook or comment. I'm going to see it, then I can reply to you. If you want me to bring you in live to show your face, we can do that too. Because a lot of people want to share their opinion, but they are too scared because of the state not to go on live program and say something because they don't want the state to come after them. Because anything you say in Nigeria these days, they can use the government to come after you. It's just all about the tactics of the political terrain. That's what they do. So they don't want anybody to say the truth or to talk to share your own opinion. So if you want to share your own opinion, you can come to this program live. You don't have to mention your name. You don't have to say where you come from. If you don't want to show your face, that's fine. You can call the number. Just share your opinion about what is going on. Then if you want to show your face too, if you're bold enough, fine. We bring you into the program live. Share your opinion. Your opinion doesn't make it a fact, but at the same time, it's still your opinion and you have the right to it. That is the one thing I want everybody to know. Your opinion doesn't make it a fact. Only the court of law can make things a fact. But at the same time, you still have the right to your own opinion. Either you like it or not, it's still your own opinion. Either anybody like it or not, it's still your own opinion. You cannot right and you cannot wrong on your opinion. That is why they said everybody have the freedom to their own opinion. So, being said that, a lot of things have been going on. I talk about the Mayville, how he got arrested. I tell you guys that everything that happened to that Mayville is just a political hunt. Every one of them knows how corrupt he is when he was in the office. They all benefit from his corruption. It's just only that when he decamped to different fraction. So when you decamp to another group, so that's when the fight comes. But his group end up to lose the battle. That is why they are trying to use him as a scapegoat. He's not a decent or holy guy or something. So they just trying to use him as a scapegoat. He is not the only one in this drama. You know, they are all the same board of trustees of this Nigerian LLC. They know each other. They know how they steal the money. They know how to manipulate the system. They are working together. The only thing that is biting his ass now is because he decamped to different faction. So which is faction lose. So they are trying to make a sample out of him. So that is why I can't be sorry for him. Everything is just a politics. It happened to Dazuki. Nothing come out of it. So don't be surprised that nothing might not come out of the Emefiele drama too. But at the same time, it's a good thing that they do stuff like that so we can watch it. Okay, we can watch their drama. And also they talk about student loan. They said they want to start give the students loans. Trust me, I don't want you to believe it. Like I said, I'm not expecting anybody to believe whatever I said, but I'm going to say it. Okay? Either you believe it or not, I'm still going to say it. That student loan they are talking about, it's nothing but another way of stealing money. It's another scam. Go write it down. Today is 6/14/2023. June 14, 2023. Write today's date down. That student loan they want to start is another way of stealing money. They already have a blueprint how they're going to use all those blueprints to steal as much as they can. To many people, to many Nigerians, it's going to look legit. You're going to believe they are doing something legit for the student or for the citizen. No, it's nothing but a scam. Even in the advanced country that has every data, every information, they try it, they're doing it. At the same time, they still lose money. In the United States, they do the student loan to relieve a lot of people to go back to school to study. Guess what? Because every time the people get a student loan, 5 years, 10 years, they still can't pay back. And what the government has to do, thinking of writing it off to do the forgiveness for them, because they realize giving them the student loan is like giving them free money. It's hard to get that money back. But the government just uses it to encourage them so that they can have a degree, so certain of degree, so that they can be able to match with the society, whatever that is demanding the society at that time. So it's just an encouragement. They know they're not going to get those money back. Even though they're forcing them all the way they can use to get the money back, people still don't pay it back. Some people still hold the student loan for 10 years, 15 years now. Never pay finish. So that is the advanced country where they have everything. Every information, data, everything. It's still difficult for them. So now you want to go to the country where they don't even know how many people live in that country. They don't even have a data. They don't even know how many students we have, because there's no central data to know that this is how many students that we have in this country, both those in the university, polytechnic, college of education, or whatever. They don't have a data in a country where there's no way to monitor you, that even when you graduate, you got job, you can pay back. No way. Even in advanced country where when you start working, they know when you are working. They know when you start working because your social security number will show that you have a job. And then at the end of the year, every individual file the tax. So they know you are working, you are filing tax. You might not make enough money to pay back, but they can track you. In Nigeria, there's nothing like that. We don't have a data. Without having the data, at the same time, these people want to start giving people student loan. They will ask you to come get a loan to go to school. After you graduate, you pay back. You don't pay back, you go to prison. They jail you for that. They don't care that you find a job or you don't find a job. As long as you don't pay back, they will jail you. What about you graduates? You don't find a job. How many people graduate from the university, polytechnic, by even sponsor themselves, go through the school, at the end of the year, they still can't find a job. But now you want to borrow their money to go to school when you know they might not even find a job. But you said, if you don't pay back, we will arrest you, we lock you up. It's like they're trying to create another prison complex. Why can't you let them just doing what they're doing? We all know in Nigeria, we use our money to go to school. Our parents use their money to send us to school. Then when you graduate and you don't find a job, you don't have to worry about somebody is coming after you to arrest you and throw you to jail, because you don't hold anybody, because your parents send you. And if your parents cannot afford to send you, you move to something else. Maybe you go learn, go do the learning, go learn some jobs, apprentice. And then you can start doing your own job or start your own business, because you even know the society is not even conducive for you to get a job or to do anything other than to create a job for yourself. But at least you know you don't hold anybody money for throughout the year you spend in school. It's your money. It's your parents' money. If you graduate and you don't find a job, you don't have to worry about going to prison again. But now they want to start borrowing you money. So everybody now going to be relaxed. Okay, I can get a student loan now and then go to college. And then everybody want to go to college. Our educational system already flooded. Too many people in school that don't even have, too many institutions that don't even have facilities for the student. No classroom, no good classroom, no chair. Some school, the students are so overwhelming to the extent that some students will stand by the window, sit on the top of the window because there's no chair, because it's too crowded. Those are even the people that are struggling to come to school by probably their parents send them, or they have to go and get some money by themselves to go to college. Now you want to start borrowing people's money so that we can have more population in the same school that don't even have a facility. Then you want to have a double graduate without having any job for them to do. But at the same time, if they can't pay back, they want to arrest them. To me, like I said, they're going to start coming out with different blueprints. Every single blueprint they come out with, it has a plan behind it. There's nothing planned behind it but just to steal more money. It's going to look fancy to people. It's going to look like a realistic to the people. But go and check behind that blueprint. It's nothing but a fake. Because if they said we have given the student 10 million students or 5 million students some billions of naira now, Who want to ask them where are the students? Nobody's going to know. All they just have to do is go find some 10,000 students and let them show their face. The remaining ones, it's gone. Because they are ghost students. Because the money for the remaining one that said they borrowed them is gone. And nobody will come to ask them where is the money. It happened when they said they give you the traders money. The former vice president, where had the traders money? It happened when the former finance minister said they are sharing the money to the poor people. Where are the poor people? Where is the data? Nobody ever asked who are these people that you give the money to. We want to see them. The same thing when they say they're feeding the people, puppet kids in school. Nobody ever asked them where are the data of the kids you say you are feeding. Because it's nothing but the way to steal money. He will look legit to the people. People will believe it. But at the back of the door, it's just a framework to steal money. That is what they do in a company. In Nigerian LLC, that is how it works. Even in a big company, when the managers, the CEOs, the people on top of any company want to serve on money, that is how they do it. They will come with some blueprint of the plan that they want to do. Every workers, every people in that company will see it like something legit, but behind the money they will say they use for those things is humongous of the money. The same thing in the system, in the politics. They will tell people this is what we're going to do. This is how it's going to look like. Everybody's going to be like, oh, that's fine. That's good. And then they will come out with a bunch of humongous of price of money they say they spend. And nobody's going to ask them, can we verify those spending? Because nobody has power to verify. Because you are dealing with the state. See, sometimes when we share our own opinion about some issues, people always think probably we just don't like the government or we're just trying to criticize them. No, that's not the truth. We're not trying to criticize. We're just trying to be simple, logical, and be reasonable. When the government trying to do something that is not logical, we should not face the same channel or face the same way. We should be able to think for ourselves. Because we are in these things together. In this mess, we are on it together. You see, these people, this board of trustees of this Nigerian LLC, they don't care. All they want to do is just to make as much money as they can. Everybody just looking for the opportunity to steal the national cake. This new government are not the first one we do the same thing. There are many past administrative have do the same thing. It's just a pattern of stealing money. This new government are not the one that will begin it or the one that's trying to make a pattern of stealing money. All the past administrative have do the same thing. They always come with a different pattern, different blueprint of way of stealing money. Because they know they only have not less than 8 years maximum. So within that 8 years, they want to sell as much as they can. And then when the new government come and they're trying to take that money from them, they will end up in court and they will spend all, at least probably close to 20 or 30% of that money in court and the case closed. And nobody will hear anything from it again. See, like I always said, I would like to just let you enjoy the music from Peter Bun, our guy, like I always talk about to you about the politician. A lot of people believe them. I'm always telling you, never believe what the politicians say. But if you do, you on your own. So for the meantime, let's enjoy the music and then I'll be right back to you right away.
Politicians promise you, make you no Inside their eyes, corruption day. Inside their heart, wickedness day. Once they get into power, now when to thank for gain. Now in their brain, then we type one man with change. In the name of change, why? Change, change, change. They combine those with change. Politicians promise anything, make you not believe in them. Politicians promise you, make you not believe in them. Then say make you vote for them, make you look well, well. Then say make you vote for them, make you shine your eyes, oh. Then promise us water, up to you today. We not they get water. They promise us light, up to you today. We not they see the light. They promise us road, up to you today. Jaga road we they see. So promise then they make. When election done they come to deceive the people. They will they promise this and that. Then they lie on them, they lie in your cocoa. Then they lie for federal. Then they lie on them, they lie for state level.
Then they lie. Never trust them. They will lie. They will say anything to you. Many people believe them. Like I always said, if you do, you on your own. If you're trying to believe whatever the politician tell you, your name is a sorry. Let me quickly jump to what happened in the Labour Party today. I told you we have a video that we need to play. One of our men put those videos together just to analyze that what's really happened in the Labour Party what do you call it, petition today in the tribunal. I've said it, we're going to bring updates to you every day. Everything that happened in the court, we're going to bring it to you because we don't have access to the live broadcast in the court, but we have the transcripts. And we have one of our guys that always put those transcripts together for us and analyze it. He always do a good job. Please, you can see his YouTube when I play that video. Please, you can subscribe to his YouTube so you can get the update from him every time, you know, about what is going on in tribunal. He did a good job. Credits to him. So let me play it. You can watch it and you will really love it. Okay, trying to get you that video. You know, the video is should be coming up now. Then you're gonna like it.
By P2B's legal team. Among the documents are IREF copies of Benue State, Bayelsa, and others. You can see the legal representatives of all parties on the screen, and like many are wondering what's the next move for the Labour Party after their application to interrogate the INEC chairman Mahmoud Yakubu was denied in court. Although we made a video about it, but it's very interesting that Atiku's legal team actually subpoenaed the INEC chairman yesterday, including the INEC secretary. They want him to come to court and be put into the witness box to answer questions. So this serves the same purpose of answering questions, although it's not the same petition, but Labour Party can still bring him to answer the questions in court if they choose. Now the judges are filing into the courtroom and Labour Party's lead counsel, Levi Uzoku Eseyen, is the first to stand up. My lord, with due respect, I will hand over to my learned colleague, Anuga Eseyen, to handle today's proceedings. This is the same lawyer that handled yesterday's proceedings for the Labour Party, and after taking the mic, he said, My Lord, with utmost respect, please turn to page 1 of the 8th schedule for the listings of IREVs. Thank you, my Lord. He goes on to tender certified true copies of IREV documents representing 21 local government areas of Benue State. As usual, the INEC Council objected to the admission of the documents that they duly certified, stamped, and delivered to the Labour Party legal team. The objection continued with Tinubu's counsel, who stood up and requested to hand over to a colleague in their team to handle the proceedings, and unsurprisingly, the lawyer, James Onoja SAN, was the same lawyer that represented Lamidi Apapa in court in his failed bid to take over the leadership of the Labour Party. Anyway, the lawyer chorused their objection to the admission of the IREV documents. Nevertheless, the presiding judge, Honorable Justice Samane, admitted them in evidence and tagged them exhibits. The Labour Party Council is on a fast pace today. He has already tendered IREV copies of 25 local government areas of Niger State. Objections from the respondents have been chorused, and the presiding judge have also admitted them in evidence. The LP Council wants to make a request. Most humbly, my Lord, kindly turn to the 9th schedule. My Lord, we presented this schedule yesterday. Please turn to page 1, which shows the IREV reports for Edo State, as certified and downloaded by the first respondent, which covers 17 local government areas. Thank you, my Lord. As you already know, the first respondent is INEC, and immediately he finished tendering the documents, the respondents chorused their usual objections, and the judge admitted them in evidence. The LP Council is already making another request. My Lord, kindly turn to page 4 of the 9th schedule. My Lord, this tendered document relates to IREV reports for Bauchi State, as downloaded and certified by the first respondent. This is on page 4 to 5. It is for 20 local government areas. I seek to tender these documents. I'm most grateful, my Lord. The judge seems to be searching for something on his desk, and it's important to know that some of these IREV copies are plain. Nothing is written on them. Some of them have cancelled, written on the Form EC8A, to the extent that the judge had to ask if the cancelled election means no election. In fact, let's hear the exchange between the judge and the LP Council. My Lord, please turn to page 6 of the same 9th schedule. It shows blood certified true copy documents. Are they IREVs? Questioned the judge. They are forms. Some are EC40G, but there are blank sheets. And most are written no election and just certified by the first respondent as no election. They are IREV downloads, and INEC certified them as such. Is it cancelled election? Continued the presiding judge. Is it the same as no election? So are we going to mark it as cancelled or no election? What exactly is it? Is it cancelled election or no election? The LP Council tries to explain. The reason is given as cancelled election and in some no election, but in the Form EC40Gs, the reasons are stated as either cancelled or no election. But the presiding judge demands more clarification. Are we going to mark it as cancelled election as stated in the document, or as no election as indicated in your schedule? At this stage, isn't it better for the Labour Party legal team to invite the people that collated the results in the affected local government areas in Bauchi State to come to court and explain what they did, because it seems there's little confusion. Anyway, after the LP team had a little conversation, Anuga SAN took the mic. My Lord, the item number 2 comes under cancelled election or no result. I have now separated the blood ones from the cancelled ones, my Lord. And for the no election, we have listed it differently from the ones certified as cancelled, my Lord. Yes, that's what you should have done, so we will write the right thing, the presiding judge responded. As usual, the respondents chorused their objections, stating that they will advance reasons in their final address. The Labour Party legal team are meticulously bringing evidence that INEC cannot escape from. That's why they are objecting everything. INEC cannot, in one of their replies to P2B's petition, say that all IREV copies are legible. And on the other hand, they delivered certified IREV copies that are blurred and unreadable to the Labour Party. What went wrong? The Beavers machine has an HD camera, so images captured and uploaded using the Beavers machine are always sharp and legible. So what happened? Someone at INEC needs to explain to the court what happened because some of these results are untraceable. They are too blurred, so it makes it difficult to localize them and say this result comes from social polling unit or ward and local government area. In any case, the judge admitted them in evidence and marked them exhibits despite the respondents' objections. The LP Council makes another request. My Lord, we are now moving to page 8 of the 9th schedule. It is the second heading listed. My Lord, these are all wrong forms which cannot be linked to any LGA in Kaduna State. These forms are certified by the first respondent, my Lord. The presiding judge noted his observation and he went on to tender the IREF copies for 21 local government areas of Kaduna. All documents were certified by INEC, and after the respondents' objections, the judge admitted them in evidence and marked them exhibits. The reason they number the exhibits is for quick reference purposes. When they are searching for any of them, they just look up the number and go and get it. After tendering Kaduna, the LP Council stood up. My Lord, let's see page 9 of the 9th schedule, and the presiding judge just cussed him off immediately. We will come back and see it. Let's leave for a quick break of 10 minutes. And the court went on a 10-minute recess. While we wait for the court to resume, let's see why Labour Party is tendering IREV results. Remember that in their petition, they told the tribunal that INEC did not comply with the electoral law and their own guidelines during the presidential election. They are bringing this evidence to show the court that up till now, more than 3 months after the election, all the results have not been uploaded to IREV. The electoral law says that results must be uploaded immediately after vote counting at the polling unit. It must be at the polling unit. So any upload outside this time frame is invalid. Also, many uploads that are not legible cannot be classified as an upload because they are not useful. It defeats the aim of uploading the results in the first place. The reason the electoral law requires upload of Form EC8A immediately after vote counting is to store a copy that will act as a reference at the Ward Collation Center. When polling officers arrive at the Ward Collation Center, the Ward Collation Officer is required by law to verify the results with the uploaded copies on IREV. That's the only way to make sure that there was no manipulation on the way to the Ward Collation Center. So imagine what the Ward Collation Officers did in Kaduna, Bauchi, and other places where results weren't uploaded on IREV, whether blood or not. So this is the fundamental issue. INEC did not follow the law during the election. More analysis in another video. We will also include the question many are asking, whether the tribunal will recount all the votes again. All the questions will be answered in another video. Now the judges are back and the LP Council is on his feet. My Lord, we have 7 state schedules of certificate of compliance as certified by the first respondent, and we seek to tender 6 states, excluding number 1. He goes on to tender them, and despite the objections, the presiding judge admitted them in evidence. The LP Council quickly makes another request. My Lord, let's go to page 10 of the 9th schedule. My Lord, it is the schedule of beavers and certificate of compliance for 28 states as certified by the first respondent. This is on page 10 to 11. My Lord, very humbly we seek to tender these states, including FCT. He quickly moves to drop it on the table, and the judge admitted them despite the chorus of objections by the respondents. Now, LP's lead counsel is on his feet. My Lord, I brought to the attention of the lead counsel of INEC that the office of the chairman of INEC has consistently refused to accept the subpoena of the release of documents despite the efforts of this court. There is a huge failure of them to accept the subpoenas. The lead counsel has graciously asked me to give him the copy of the subpoena or give it to any member of his team. So I will get a copy and send to him once I'm done with this proceeding. Yes, this is the problem LP's legal team are facing, the non-cooperation of INEC. It defies all logic that someone that conducted an election is being asked by the court to provide the figures that he relied on to determine the winner of the presidential election. Mahmoud Yakubu doesn't want to comply with the order of the court. The INEC chairman is already in contempt of court. He has shown that he has no respect whatsoever for the order of the court. 2 questions. Is he above the law? When will the court drop the hammer? The INEC chairman is already in contempt of court. He has shown that he has no respect whatsoever for the order of the court. 2 questions. Is he above the law? When will the court drop the hammer? Going by LP's lead counsel address to the court, it means that they will still tender more evidence immediately they receive them from INEC. So it means that from tomorrow they will continue with more witnesses, unless INEC are able to deliver some documents today. Anyway, let's hear what Pinheiro SAN has to say. My lord, it is now a pattern for the petitioner to use INEC as their reason when they want to seek for adjournment. Some of the letters are since far back as March, April, and May, and they keep on saying INEC is refusing to release documents to them. Don't use INEC as a whipping cord every time. If they have nothing to do today, they should just say it and request for adjournment. We have no problem for their adjournment. It means we will eat lunch early today. It is very unfair and uncharitable what he is doing. PDP also submitted subpoena and the subpoenas have been received. LP's counsel won't take this accusation without replying. I am really shocked that my brother Silk said what he stood up to say. I made it clear that they have refused service. I have told this court numerous times. At this point, the presiding judge steps in. There's no need for all this. The court cannot make any other thing apart from the subpoena. The language he used on me is unfair. This is the second time it is happening. Continue the LP counsel. He is not the lead counsel. Don't worry about him. We will handle it, replied the judge. It is obvious why the INEC chairman is blatantly disobeying a court order. Because as the judge said, they can't do anything else beyond issuing the subpoena. So there's no serious consequence for the INEC chairman. He feels he can get away with anything. But for how long? Yes, electoral disputes are civil in nature and the tribunal doesn't have the power to commit anyone to prison. We need to strengthen some of our laws and institutions so that this brazen impunity and lawlessness will stop. After the arguments between both parties, the presiding judge adjourned the matter till tomorrow, 15th June 2023. See you tomorrow and thanks for watching.
All right, my people. Okay, welcome back. I know you all watched that that video I just play you now. It's a very interesting video from Ned Media. He put it together for us, which is very interesting. I like that. Like I said, I did not believe in the whatever the doing whatever they are doing in the courts. I always telling you the Judiciathief, they are all in bed together. Both Executhief, Legislative, and Judiciathief. They are not different from each other. So some people get it twisted. They get it wrong. Whenever you get a justice, you only get justice in the time when things were so overwhelming to the extent that the judiciary knows if they look aside, he can set the country or something in fire. It might cause an anarchy. That is the only time you get the justice. When the justice realize that this is too obvious, that if we're trying to look somewhere else, it's going to cause a trouble. It's going to cause a problem in society. That's when you get the justice. Other than that, the Judiciathief, the Executive, the Legislative, they are all in bed together. You cannot get a justice against them, because they knows how to frustrate the system. They are all board of trustees of the Nigerian LLC. So for what the LP is doing in the courts, like I said, in my opinion, I don't believe something good is going to come out of it. I don't see any green light for that, even though they have all the good evidence overwhelming that everybody have been saying, wow, this is crazy. But at the same time, you're dealing with these corrupt people. Okay, when you're dealing with the corrupt system, the system is so rotten to the extent that the people in power, they know how to manipulate the system to their own way. So you are not dealing with the reasonable people. You're dealing with the crazy people. People that they already make up their mind. They don't care who is going to die, who is going to suffer, because their family is not going to be among the people that's going to suffer or be cry. So they knows that both in executive, legislative, and judiciathief, they all in the same boards together. They are all the same board of trustees that own the nation. Okay, so but it's good for Labour Party to go there so that they can expose them to Nigerians to be able to see how corrupt our system is, how deep corrupt it is. Because when we look at the corruption in the system, we always think about only in the executive side, or we look at the legislative side. We forget that the one that allow both executive and legislative to be able to perform their corruption and be that corrupt are the judiciathief. The judiciathief are the one that allow all the corrupt things to be going on. Because when the executive perform the corruption, and then they try to take them to the judiciathief will just slap them loose, let them go, or just slap them in the wrist. And then the legislative, we go and find out to go and make a law that will guide them to protect them when they are stealing or doing everything they want to do, just to tell you that they are all in bed together. So, but it's good that the LP go to court just to let us know how deep the system, how corrupt the system is. So that will expose them to all. We already know before. It's just going to expose them more and more, so that people will know that forget about you believe in judiciary. So to me, there's nothing wrong for them to go to court, but there's nothing, my opinion, nothing good or nothing special is going to come out of it. Okay, so don't let us just to hyper believe. Even though what we have, the evidence we can see that we've been seeing is overwhelming. That doesn't, to my opinion, I don't think that's going to change anything. We're going to see. Let's cross our finger and watch how it's going to end. We're also going to be here. We're also going to talk about it. Every day they come to court. Every day the drama happen in court. We're going to come online and tell you guys. We're going to let you know. We're going to bring it to you live. Whatever happened in court every day, we're going to bring it to you. Please, you can keep checking on updates from this program. We're going to come back every day to update you what is going on. So don't get lost. So I want to thank every one of you that is watching the program. Wherever you're watching me from, please, you can help us share this program. You can like it. This is an opinion program. Like I always tell everybody on this program, what we do is to share our own opinion based on what we see, what we know. That doesn't make it a fact. You can also come online too to share your own opinion. That doesn't make it a fact, but it's still your opinion. You have rights to your own opinion. So like I said, I share my opinion on all what is going on in program today. I don't believe in it. I hear another news about being the EFCC chairman being fired by the new administrative, by new president. That does not surprise me, because I know there's a new sheriff in town. A lot of people that work with the past administrative are going to get fired, except the only few that they come to this new administrative before the last administrative finished their tenure. Some of them that are political prostitutes, they know how to jump the fence quick. So before the Buhari finished this regime, they already jumped to another group, another caucus, Tinubu caucus. So they already crossed the fence because they know what is coming. So immediately the Tinubu win and coming to the power, they are the only group of people that escape. Every other one that was still in the other side, in the Buhari side, every single one of them, the Tinubu presidency is going to come after them. The only person they're not going to come after that they're not going to check, and for one reason or the other, it's Buhari, because they're not going to want to hurt the northern people. So they're not going to see it in the way of like the new president is trying to embarrass the Buhari. So they're not going to come after Buhari, but they're going to come after everybody that worked for Buhari that's around him, except those ones that jumped the fence and they came to Tinubu camps before the election. You can write it down today, 6/14. Today is June 14, 2023. Write it down. On this video, on this program, I said it. This new administrative is going to come after every individual that was with Buhari camp to the end of their tenure, except those that are already the camp. People like Femi Ade, Shina or something, that are already the camp to Tinubu camps. Those are the only groups that will escape. Everyone that stick with Buhari to the end, they're going to come after them and they're going to regret it. But they're not going to go to Buhari. They're not going to touch Buhari because they're going to reserve him. They're not going to want to see Tinubu is the way that Tinubu is fighting the Northern. That's what's going to happen, in my opinion, and I believe so. So for firing the EFCC chairman, that is not new to me. That is not surprise me. I know it's going to come. They start from Emefiele, jump to EFCC chairman. After the EFCC chairman, they're going to go after the DSS chairman. They're going to go after the Buratai. A lot of people are mining that they're going to go after. They're going to go after the finance minister, that woman. They're going to come after her. She's going to come explain. They're going to go after the Minister of Aviation. He's going to get in trouble. They have the list of every single one of them that was with Buhari camps. They're going to come after the Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi. They're going to come after him. In my opinion, they have the list of them. Minister of Interior, they're going to come after him. That is why I quickly want to jump the fence now, trying to beg him. That is Rauf Aregbesola trying to beg and jump the fence. Whatever he's trying to do now, they're still going to come after him. Because what they're trying to do now is a payback time. Like everyone that is not come after, that is not support Tinubu when he's struggling to get this power, they're going to come after them and they're going to end up their political career. So that in the next 4-8 years, they're going to be nobody. Go and write it down. Today is June 14, 2023. This is Mr. Opinion talking. In my opinion, I believe that is going to go happen. I might be right, I might be wrong, but trust me, it's going to happen. So to use this opportunity to say thanks to every one of you that joined me for this program today, I'm going to check your message. For those of you that already sent me a message on WhatsApp, I'm going to read it. I'm going to reply as many as I can. Just bear with me. For those of you that watch on YouTube or Facebook, please help me share this program. Let the people see it. This program is not just to make money or to try to get a follower, but to be the open mic for people that want to contribute their own opinion without being scared. You don't have to show up on this program. You can just make a call. And if you like and you're bold enough to show up, you can call and join live. We're going to give you the link so that you can come on live program too. I know a lot of people were scared because of the state. They don't want the state to come after them. Okay, I understand. So at the same time, nobody can hold you down for your own opinion. As long as you don't accuse anybody and then you don't call anybody's name. You can share your opinion on anything. It's still your opinion. You cannot be right. You cannot be right. You cannot be wrong on your own opinion. Like I always said. But we still have right to our own opinion. Like I always share mine too. It doesn't really matter to be aligned with your own opinion. But it's still mine. We can come together and share different opinion and find a common ground or something. So I thank every one of you. I really appreciate it. So before I go, I just want you to enjoy the music and use this to say Have a wonderful night to everybody that been with me from the beginning of the program. I will see you tomorrow, and I will bring you the update for whatever happened in this tribunal in the morning today on June 15th. Okay, I will give you the update. We come to the program, and if anything happened different during the day, we're gonna come up and talk about it. Okay, we're gonna talk about it. Please, you can join me if you want to. You have my number. You can text me, or you can send me a message on Facebook or Instagram. Just DM me and let's talk about it. I thank you all. I'm still your man, Mr. Opinion. Never right, never wrong. Is still my own opinion.
Politicians promise anything, make you not believe in them. Politicians promise you, make you not believe in them. Politicians promise anything, make you not believe in them. Politicians promise you, make you not believe in them. Inside their mouth, truth to know day. Inside their eyes, corruption day. Inside their heart, wickedness day. Once they get into power, now when to time to gain, now in their brain, then we type one man to change. In the name of change, why? Change, change, change. They combine